Is this something you're also looking to? Because I mean, the part of the account details looks is a little blurry. Would you kind of shed a little more light on what you mean by don't give out your account details?
It's a different thing, Maokwe. If I call and say, Maokwe, look, I want to pay money into your account. But take a situation where you work with Chamberlain, you know, and for no reason he says, oh, Maokwe, please, can I use your account? You know, I don't know what is wrong with my account. I want somebody to pay money into that account. And anyway, don't you know, just trust me. I'll give you something from whatever process is paid in. It should arouse your suspicion.
Okay. So you're saying that do not allow a third party pay some money into an account that doesn't belong to, I mean, that the money is not coming directly to you. But if you also, I was asking you also quickly, how would you rate the level of cooperation you're getting with the phone calls? Would you say that, you know, telephone calls are increasing on a daily basis?
Definitely.
Is the public a little more responsive?
Definitely.
Definitely. You know, and we have had people working, you know, people who have had to work in from far places to come give us information as to the activities they don't understand too well within their environment. I'm telling you, Nigerians have woken up to ensure that they collaborate and cooperate with security agencies to rid our society of this menace. And we want to say thank you very much. But our best is not yet uhuru, I would say. We need more people to come forward. We need the private sector to collaborate with government. You know, sometimes I find it very disturbing. But today, this morning, I would say that I was very pleased with Fatai Folari, who says that security issues are not issues that should be discussed, especially when it has to do with operations. You know, you find out somebody will call you and say, oh, okay, so how are you going about maybe what, can you tell us your level of involvement in trying to rescue or in trying to secure? We shouldn't be talking about operational issues on TV or over the phone lines. Or there was a particular newspaper last week that carried verbatim the operational procedures of security forces in the Northeast. It isn't too good, especially when we are demanding so much from security forces to provide the needed security. There are some details we must not put in on public platform, because it's both the good and the bad people who have access to this public platforms.
Now, what extra information can you give us about the last Nyanya bombing? Because you know, you told us about measures that had been put in place. Are there new measures you're going to be putting in place in new parks or in parks that currently exist?
I'm sure
you're aware that there was a high-level security meeting between the president, service chiefs, and some other ministers on Friday. And so, of course, the federal government is very concerned. The security agencies are very concerned. And I know that the ordinary Nigerian is concerned. And so all hands are on deck to come up with new methods and new measures with which we'll preserve and protect our environment. And so it would be too premature for me to begin to reel out some of those measures here. And just like I said, because both the good and the bad people are listening to me, I wouldn't want to go into details on that.
But in the interim, you guarantee that the parks are safe?
Yeah, definitely. Even before now, you know that we've embarked on security lectures, trying to place certain security measures. But all that is, you know, being reviewed. Because once there's a breach, you then go back and review the security systems that you have in place.
Those phone lines now, those new, additional ones, and we'll expect people to participate, make use of some of those phone lines, and give information to the force. Okay.
Hello?
And we'll always keep putting them out there for people to just bring more information to the service. And by the way, how is that cooperation going, interagency cooperation, in terms of sharing information, working together to ensure that we're all united in this fight?
We are all united in the fight. It's just the imagination of some, you know, maybe we call it detractors, that always would want to use interagency rivalry as the reason why we are not succeeding in the war, but it's not true. Because I think since it became glaring that no particular security outfit can do it all alone, you know, we've closed gaps, we've removed boundaries. You see us working more closely. We share information, intelligence as we get them. Sometimes we don't even wait for the official channels. You see us calling ourselves up to find out, what do I do in terms of this? This is what I picked up. This is what I'm doing.
Okay, now just quickly, someone's asking a question here about the phone calls. They're a little curious as to what's going to happen to business centers. I mean, those places where, you know, people are just outside with selling recharge cards, and sometimes you can make phone calls with them. Is this something you're going to be prescribing?
For that, we are working out modalities. But you see, let me tell you the truth. For somebody who has money and then refuses to maybe recharge the phone because he doesn't want to be caught, I want to say that even if you have a phone center where people come to phone in, you must devise a method of either listening in or trying to find out the identity of such a person that is coming to use your phone center. Now, I tell you why, because if at the end of the day it's traced to you, you won't say that because it's a business concern, that is why you didn't take some certain security issues into consideration. I give you a typical example. When people like Okada riders and taxi drivers, somebody says, okay, I'm going to Channels TV, maybe from the PHCN junction that is not too far from here. And you know, typically it should cost maybe about 50 naira a drop. And the person just says, okay, take me to Channels, I'll pay you 200 naira. It should arouse your suspicion. Or you are a cab driver, somebody flags you down and says, okay, take me to such and such location, and you know that ordinarily it shouldn't be more than 150, and the person is offering you 1,000. It should arouse your suspicion. We've had good, citizens who have had such encounters, who have immediately run into various security posts to report, oh, look, I had to feign that maybe my Okada is faulty for me to be able to run in here and give you information that, look, somebody's offering me outrageous sums of money just for a short drop. You know, some of them have had to drop these people and come back immediately to tell security agents that, look, somebody offered me an amount that I believe the person shouldn't have given to me for me to drop him at a very short distance. That's patriotism. And we must insist that, we are trying to say that, look, as Nigerians, it's not only security agencies are affected, but each and every one of us must keep an eye on what our neighbor is doing.
All right, Marylin, thank you very much indeed for speaking with us today on Sunrise Daily, and we wish you all the best. Okay?
Before I go off, I want to say thank you also for giving us an opportunity from time to time to use your medium in order to enlighten Nigerians. We want to plead with other private concerns to reach out to security agencies and also assist government in whatever way we can. Collectively, we'll be able to stem out this tide instead of pointing out fingers or sitting down and expecting too much from people who find themselves in very precarious situations like we find ourselves today. Above all, we are not spirits. We are Nigerians. If a security man is killed, is a Nigerian. If a member of the Boko Haram sect is killed, is a Nigerian. What we must strive to do is to ensure that we bring the people that are on the bad side to the good side. Thank you very much. Above all, I want to say that we are not terrorists, we are Nigerians.
Thank you very much indeed. Also, we'll be back in just a moment here. Join us again.